GU Self-Storage, conveniently located near the Harmon McDonald's. We offer affordable rates, online payments, and auto bill pay for your convenience. Plus gate access daily from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Call us today at 648-7867 for more information.
Hey, what's up? Dave Delgado here for In the Zone. I'm joined by Desiree Eay, one of the local powerlifters here. And we're talking about your most recent trip back from Las Vegas where, of course, as usual, you bagged some hardware. Let's talk about the name of the event and the division you competed in.
So this meet was called the USPA North American Championships. And I competed in the 56 kilo raw open division and then the 56 kilo raw submaster. And I ended up taking first in both divisions.
And platform PR for the deadlift. That was something that you said you lifted in the gym but weren't able to get up in an actual competition setting.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool for me. I've been wanting to pass 400 on my deadlift on the platform, and I just haven't been able to. But this time around, I was able to get that 402 deadlift on my third attempt. And actually, I got it for my second, but for very technical reasons, it was a no lift. So I attempted it again for my third, and I got it. So that was kind of big for me. That was a big deal. I was able to get 402.
And the big deal, too, also a female competitor that's pretty big on the scene, too, in your corner.
Yeah, so that was really cool because she was there. Her name is Stacy Burr. She's a very famous powerlifter. I just kind of like her as a person as well. But she was there. She had an athlete who she was helping in the back in the warm-up room. And I saw her and I was completely like starstruck. And I never get starstruck, but I was completely starstruck. And then as we were warming up, she just kind of like started helping me out. And then she ended up doing my handoff for my bench press and then kind of cheering me on for my deadlift. So that was a nice experience.
And she also slapped you pretty hard in your back.
She slapped me pretty hard, but I think that like got me hyped, you know?
Yeah.
That was motivation. I think that's what got me to get that 402 deadlift.
And before you left to Vegas for the competition, shout out to Lots of Art, we were getting tatted at the same time. Yeah. And it looked like it was hurting over there on that arm.
I was dying. I was struggling, honestly, in the middle of it. Not even in the middle, like 20 minutes in, I'm like, why am I doing this again?
And did the tattoo, did it have any effect on competition? I mean, because, you know, when you go out there, you sport some fresh ink, you're a little motivated to get up some weight.
Yeah. Well, I looked good, so I felt good. So maybe that impacted my performance. Actually, I was kind of worried because I mean, what day was that? That was, as I left on a Sunday, I want to say that was like Friday. Yeah. I don't know. It was like a couple days before I left. So I was really worried it was going to be all swollen and then itchy and like, oh crap, maybe this was a dumb idea. Here I was thinking about how I wanted to look at the platform. I was like, maybe not smart. But it was fine. Turned out to be fine.
And let's talk about your bench and your deadlift. What were the numbers in that?
Okay, so for bench, I was able to put up a 203. I did have the biggest bench that day. It was a 4-day event, and I had the biggest bench, so that was pretty coolsies. And then my deadlift, of course, was my 402. My best squat was 297, which, I mean, I normally easily hit a 300-plus squat. But again, for technical reasons, I got a no lift on my second attempt, and just to be safe and to make sure that I got a good number on my squat, I attempted it again for my third.
And for your second trip, the support system in place was definitely in your favor as well.
It was in my favor. I tell you, man, it makes a huge difference. You know, I had some friends, you know, Brian and his wife Rochelle. They were there supporting me at my last meet in July, which was great. You know, I had some Guam support. But this time around, man, I had my brother and his girlfriend was there. I had some friends who used to live here who are now in the States, but they flew over to support me as well. My boyfriend was able to meet me. He flew to Boston to visit one of his friends, and then he flew to Vegas for my meet, just in time for my meet. So lots of love and support. And, you know, after my last meet in Missouri, just back in June, I told my brother, I was like, it's not the same. You know, it's not the same competing and being alone, you know. And I made it clear that I didn't want to do that again. I really wanted some support. So he made it a point to be there, and I was just happy it came through.
And for yourself, you're one of the pioneers in the game as far as competitions where representing Guam has been a big deal. And I think it's really important for more of our athletes to continue to showcase their skills out there and have a presence, because with the sport being, fairly new in early stages, only a couple of years, but it's starting to grow.
Mm-hmm.
More people are starting to go out there and represent Guam.
Yeah.
But not just represent Guam, but also have a successful showing and bringing back some medals to show that, hey, we are fairly new to the game, but we are producing and we're able to bring home some recognition to the island.
Yeah, absolutely. I was actually talking to one of the judges who was there this past meet, and I actually met him at my last meet, and he was there again. So we were just talking about the talent here in Guam, and we're definitely a force. I mean, we have some pretty talented and skilled athletes here. So yeah, it's nice to be able to go out there and showcase that. Not like you said, not just represent Guam, but actually win it all.
And it's always been a big thing as far as basketball and volleyball being undersized. Now we find a sport that being undersized is really not that bad in the sport of powerlifting, when
Right.
depending on your weight, you're able to put up big numbers.
Yeah, so it's fair across the board. It's pound for pound. They have a specific formula that you use. So whether you come in as a flyweight, lightweight, middleweight, doesn't even matter, because at the end of the day, it's a fair formula. And I was able to. I'm actually at the lower end of the weight classes, but I was able to sweep it. Shut it down.
Bring home them hard
you
medals.
know.
So, what does this put you as far as totals and rankings for the sport?
To be honest, I haven't even checked where that puts me in my ranking. I should probably look. They at the end of the year, they'll tally up all the totals for all the weight classes, and I'll figure out where I stand then. Like for 2018, I didn't find out till about, I don't know, April. I mean, I'm sorry, yeah. I didn't find out till April of this year that I was top 10 in the world for 2018. And that came as a surprise. So I'll probably find out the same time next year where I stand for 2019.
Are you going to take the rest of the year off and regroup for 2020, or what does the near competition look like for you?
This meet puts me in a good place for so many different reasons. It puts me in a good place as far as my status. I'm international elite, which is the highest status you can get for powerlifting. I also qualify for pretty much all meets for 2020, so I can pick and choose. And exposure as well. So I was able to meet with the meet, talk to the meet director, and he specifically, he made it a point to tell me which meet he wants me to do next year. So my name is out there. Guam is definitely out there. They know that we have some skilled and talented athletes. So we'll see. I'm going to enjoy the holidays with my family, and come January, it's game time. I'll just have to decide where strategically what's going to be smart for me.
All right, well, thanks for coming on the show. Stick around. We're back with our Desiree Home Athlete of the Week. We're here for your Desiree Home Athlete of the Week. Today, Michael Castaneda, JFK midfielder. Man, 5-0 start for the Islanders. Let's talk about this year's team. And what is the recipe to success so far this early in the season?
I think my team, they're really good at putting their heart in our practices and putting their dedication to the team, Like, they really work for it to beat every team and get to the championship and win the champ.
Yeah, being defending champions, making a run from last year's season, also undefeated. JFK, man, you guys make it look so effortless. I filmed that game against Guam High, and the way that the team distributes the ball, I think that's key. Having belief and knowing that whoever the ball is going to be passed to, that person is at the right place at the right time. So let's talk about this year's team compared to last year's team. I know going into the season, of course, repeating was on your mind. But what was the workouts like getting ready for this year's season?
First we We practice our positioning, the runs, and of course our fitness. Especially ball techniques. That's the key. We train our ball techniques to the point where we're very confident on passing the ball and making a good decision.
And it really is a benefit having several national team players on the squad and being able to represent Guam at the national level. What does it mean to you to be able to put on that Guam jersey and go out there and represent the island?
Um, it means a lot because uh, first, you represent Guam, the people, your family, friends, everyone. So it really means a lot to go out there and play for your people.
And it wasn't an easy road for you. You first got cut, um, but you still stayed with it. You continue to work hard. Coach Carl Dodd said that he'd make sure you keep an eye on you, and you started to make sure that you were being noticed. And it was fortunate enough for you that you got that call up to represent Guam at the national level. How does that feel? Continuing to drive and achieve that goal of putting that national team uniform on.
Feels great because you put a lot of work on something you really want to achieve, and getting what you want through hard work. It really feels good. Like feels great.
And the hard work is only starting now because the main goal for you is to one day be able to play professionally. If you had the choice to pick a club out there or a favorite team, ideally, who would you love to play for if you were able to turn pro?
I say Real Madrid. Yeah, Real Madrid.
And is there anybody out there that you kind of mimic your game to, or feel that, man, if I can be like this person, or do you see similarities in the style and the way you play to any MLS player out there
Um, MLS players
or professional players?
I look up to Cristiano Ronaldo, and especially him, and Neymar or Messi, like all those good players. Some old school players too, like Ronaldinho, Brazilian Ronaldo, Beckham, and all those good players. Like I always watch their videos at home and always trying to copy their techniques and then just improve on it.
Well, let's talk about the rest of this year's high school season. Any specific goals you set for yourself individually, or what's the main goal as a team collectively?
Um, my my personal goal is to achieve a MVP and to be a top scorer and overall just well known around the island, like to be the best player. As a team, we want to be known as the best team on island.
Well, it's a start right here, my man, Michael Castaneda. Hey, appreciate you coming on the show. And who do you want to donate your check to? Any nonprofit organization out there? You can pick a nonprofit of your choice. So, Make-A-Wish Foundation, Special Olympics Guam, GAIN if you're an animal lover.
Special Olympics.
Yeah, it's a good choice, man. Special Olympics Guam definitely has sports throughout the year. They just picked up softball. They're in their championship series. So Special Olympics Guam getting that donation courtesy of my man Michael right here. That's going to do it for In the Zone. We'll see you next time.